So this is how we get down. Good morning to the beautiful Coach and Company universe. We are live. We are live on the Stadium Network and everywhere that Stadium lives. Amazon Prime Video, DirecTV, YouTube TV, LG, Roku, the list goes on and on. We are live in over 100 million homes as we speak. Now, as you can tell, got a lot of energy today. I am fired up because we have an absolutely crazy busy day at the brand. So let's set the stage for you. All right, we are live, obviously, here. And if you miss any of this show, you can catch us on demand on our Coach and Company YouTube page. While you are there, hit that subscribe button for us. Then today, a very special start time for the Coach and Bro Show. Noon Eastern time on our BTT YouTube page. And of course, from 2 to 4 Eastern time. You guys are making it one of the fastest growing shows in all of America, and I'm not kidding you about that. Channel 156, Pro Wrestling Nation, 24/7. It is off the ropes with your boy, and we're talking everything pro wrestling every single afternoon. And then tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time, the PFL weigh-in show, PFL World Tournament night number 1 is tomorrow night live on ESPN. The main card is 9 to 11 Eastern, right after the Savannah Bananas. Can we give you any more than that? I don't think so. Now, yesterday, how did we do? Well, as has been the case most of July, a kiss your sister kind of day. 3, 4, and 1. Yuck. Can we get to football already? But guess what? The grind never, ever, ever stops. Now, coming up here on the show, we have a very special NFL one word in about 15 minutes. Then bottom of the hour, today's team, today's schedule, the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? And then coming up in 45 minutes, Gilbert Arenas getting in it again. But that's later in the show. It's time to get things started. Here in my beautiful suite in Atlantic City, they do have doorbells. My company's ready to come in. So without further ado, it's time to beat the books. Oh, and today I have my absolute very best ready to go. Let's get some proper introduction first and foremost. Ladies and gentlemen, the best looking man in all of the Coach and Company universe. Oh, my man. Starts with a Z, ends with an O. Mr. Zeno. Good morning, sir.
Coach, good morning, gentlemen. Good to be here. We are a beardless show today, which kind of missing Soupy. But we have enough of Peyton's hair on the top of the head. Just cover the lack of hair on the bottom of the head. So there's that.
Yeah, he is King Lettuce for a reason. Let's move right over to Zeno's left. He is young Peyton, the youngest member of our team, but oh so very important. Getting ready to be a senior. My goodness, in 11 days, Mr. Peyton Lodge. Good morning, sir.
Morning, guys. Yeah, time flies, that's for sure. But the wait is over. 172 days ago. 172 exactly. We had Eagles-Chiefs, and today, Hall of Fame game, baby, against two teams that have never won Super Bowls. Chargers-Lions, so it'll be pretty interesting.
That's right. It's not the Chiefs, not my beautiful Chiefs. No. Now, this man, and can I just say that yesterday as I was doing my little Sirius XM radio show, we have a chat over to the right, and my producer will put up the names. And I see DG from Memphis. I was like, that can't be my DG. But alas, it was my DG, was live. Oh, Raphael, that's a little shady. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Memphis, Tennessee. Say good morning, Mr. Daniel Greer. Hello, DG.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, guys. It was nice to call in, and I will be very honest, Coach. We obviously butt heads a lot, but I listened for the first time, so I will happily admit, first time I've listened to your wrestling show, and it was incredible. So incredible, I had to call in and say hello. So very good for you, and also congrats again for having what you're having over there.
Thank you very much. It's going to help all of us. We're just stacking these platforms. And I will also say right back to you, shockingly, you had a good comment and you had a good question. So that was really, really nice. Lastly, a man who's part of our wrestling universe over here at BTT. He's a part of the Last Word. He does all of our odds. He's all over the place. He is our numbers guy for a reason. Say good morning to Raphael Esparza. Good morning, Raphael.
Good morning, Coach. It's a Thursday, and it's a great Thursday because we have PFL tomorrow, SummerSlam on Saturday and Sunday, UFC, baseball, WNBA, soccer. We have everything this. Oh, yeah, and a Hall of Fame game.
Oh, yeah, and the Hall of Fame game. How about that? All right, let's get to it. We got best bets. I need a banger of a day. So who would like the honors? Who wants all the smoke to go first? That's what I like it. DG, start us off. What are your best bets today?
Yeah, we're going to go Giancarlo Stanton, 2+ strikeouts at plus 125. Now, this is a little bit of an early start. It's a 105 Eastern start, but he's had 2+ strikeouts in 5 straight. This dude is ultimate boom or bust, but also he's going up against a Rays pitcher who is also boom or bust in Ryan Pepio. And so I like both of those paired up together for give me another 2 strikeout day for your guy, Giancarlo Stanton. Then we're going to go to the Braves versus the Cincinnati Reds game. And no, this is not at Bristol Motor Speedway just yet. But Andrew Abbott to have 2+ walks for plus 115. He's had 2+ walks in 7 of the last 10 home starts. He's a very different pitcher, whether he's at home or on the road. And so because of that ballpark, he's trying to make sure he doesn't give up the big hit. Because of that, he'll give up 2 walks today. Andrew Abbott, 2+ walks, plus 115.
I feel it. There's only 3 games on the schedule today. Apparently, Major League Baseball says, whoa, we can't compete with that Hall of Fame game. We got to move all of our games off the
Trade
schedule.
deadline, baby. Trade deadline.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. 6 p.m. Zeno, in your world, does the trade deadline mean anything? Are you excited about it? Do you think anything's going to happen today?
Well, I mean, it's exciting to see GMs like, for the Mets and the Phillies who are actually working while Brian Cashman is doing a George Costanza sleeping under his desk instead of trying to make his baseball team better. How disgusting was that last night? Not surprised DG wanted to go first. I mean, he did just call into a live radio show with somebody he actually knows. Like, just very strange pivot, DG.
Wow. Strays on a, and if it wasn't me, I would actually back you up. But Zeno, I got to say, that was unnecessary. Oh, but I like it.
Okay.
All right. You're up next.
Thing of
best.
Unnecessary is me actually having to watch a Yankees game today. Nonetheless, I'm gonna do something that's gonna piss you off, Coach. We're going nerfy. No run first inning between the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays. Early start time today. No BP. It plays into this whole thing. Ryan Pepio, who starts for Tampa Bay, has only allowed a run in the first inning on the road just once in 9 starts this year. Marcus Stroman is terrible, but guess what? If his inning is going to have a good inning, it's going to be the first inning. So we'll roll the dice here. No 1 first inning between the Yankees and Rays. And then how can you not back Andrew Abbott at home where he's got a 1.93 ERA? Give me the Reds. -0.5 run in the first 5. A little juicier than we normally would go here, but I'm willing to do it because the Rays have no Ronald Acuna, and their offense, when they get to Bristol Motor Speedway, the only thing that's going to be going around like this is a car because it ain't going to be their base runners. So let's take advantage of a bad Braves lineup tonight as well.
I did not know, by the way, Zeno, that you were such a crowd favorite because in the chat, Nonsense McGee, one of our very esteemed premium members, says, Zeno on a Thursday in all caps? You're starting to resonate, big dog. You're starting to resonate. I feel it.
Either that, it resonate, annoy, whichever word you want. Yeah, I mean, it's one or the other.
You are too much. You are one of a kind. All right, let's move to the left. I love this young man. He always sits in this seat along with DG whenever I have to miss, and I absolutely love how he's grown into his role. Young Peyton, best bets, go.
I'm going same game, early morning baseball. Now, not going to pull a mark and say this thing starts in 20 minutes, but 1 o'clock Eastern starts, so make sure you still get it in. Tampa Bay Rays, team total over 4.5 runs at plus 110. Rays hitters hitting 310 against Marcus Stroman. Stroman an ERA of 7.11 at home at Yankee Stadium. So Stroman clearly not a fan of playing in front of his friends and family. So Cincinnati Reds as well to cover at plus 128. And the last time Carlos Carrasco pitched was May 4th with the Yankees. He's starting for the Braves today, a team that does not score much. Zeno mentioned it. And excuse me. And Carrasco's ERA this year was 5.91 when he was pitching for the Yankees. So we're going to see the Reds score a few off him. And Zeno also mentioned 1.93 ERA at home for Andrew Abbott. I like the Reds to cover the run line 128.
Do we have a little synergy between Zeno and young Peyton? The big brother and the little brother all coming together on a first 5 and a full minus 1.5. I feel the brotherly love. I feel the brotherly love. If only we were in Philadelphia. Oh, wait. I'm only 40 miles from Philly right now. In the armpit. Oh, I can't insult Atlantic City. I'm sorry, Atlantic City. We love being here at Boardwalk Hall. Now, finally, this man just got back in the country. And thank goodness he's not like Drew McIntyre, and he was allowed back in the country. By the way, Drew's back. Raphael, best bets, go.
I'm not going to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium as my pick because I'm going to DT Place Stadium in Canada. I'm going with the CFL Week 9 today. We're going to take the Ottawa Redblacks team total under 26.5 at home. They were 0-3 straight up and against the spread at home. Why are they so bad at home? Because they can't score. They're only averaging 16 points a game at home. So why is this number 26.5 at minus 102? Calgary's missing their starting quarterback, but their defense is still legit. I think Calgary steals this game on the road, and Ottawa continues to struggle points at home.
Absolutely love a little CFL on the horizon. Now, if Zeno is going to throw a stray out to DG about calling into a radio show, I wonder what he would do, and I'll get to Charles' pick in a second, if he saw somebody on a national show wearing a sweatshirt with their favorite team. Zeno?
Apparently, the model says that wearing that type of attire is appropriate, but, we know how the model works.
Yes, we do. And we'll get to him in 1 second. We're just going to assume, producer man, I cannot take my phone off a hotspot or I might lose my whole thing here. So Charles's pick, he has 2, I believe. And we'll put it there. Thank you. There you go. So the European qualifier over 2.75. Matt, I don't even know who those teams are, but he's been hitting except for yesterday. He'll get back on the horse today. All right. I cannot touch my phone or this whole thing will fall under. All right, Mark. As Zeno said, the sweatshirt, I don't know if I'm digging it. I'm also a Chiefs fan, so there's that. But if you're excited about the Hall of Fame game tonight, so are we. What do you got today, sir?
Coach, we're going for back-to-back wins on the play of the day again. And we're going to start with Kiki Irfin to get at least 15 points and rebounds. She has been the most consistent front court producer for the Washington Mystics this season, hitting this number in 23 of her 27 games overall. At home, she's 14 of her last 15, where she's averaging 23 combined in those contests. This matchup tonight sets up for her perfectly. And then we're going to shift to the diamond, and we're backing Tampa Bay's Taylor Walls to get just 1 hit. This is all about consistency in the right environment, and Walls has hit this in 8 of his last 10 games, 12 of his last 14 on the road. Put them both together, you get a plus 105, just as Stat Sports play of the day.
I absolutely love that energy from Marky Model today. Scan that QR code. Use our code, BTT30. We're going to give you 30 days for free. That means the entire month of August, you will get for free. Check out the site. And I'm telling you right now, the traffic, the signups have been absolutely insane because you, like us, want to dominate the books during the NFL season. Now, speaking of the last name Walls, the line of the day in the chat comes from Kevin Walls. He says Soupy has tickets waiting for him at the Hall of Fame game. If you know, you know. I can't even believe he defended himself, DG, when he lied to the entire nation.
I laugh at that almost every day. I have that in my journal. That's what I wake up to is a funny Soupy story. It gets my day started really well.
It's amazing. He's got rivalries with everybody on the show. You, Paid with the Prize Fight, and now Zeno taking shots at Subi. It's just, he's an easy mark because he does it to himself. All right, boys, great job. I love the best bets today. Now, we're just getting started. Still to come here on Coach and Company. We have a very special NFL one word. Also, Raphael on line movement in the Hall of Fame game. Then today's schedule we're looking at is the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Let's go. It's a great, energetic day. Coach and Company live right here on Stadium. We continue on here on our Coach and Company YouTube page. And Zeno last night, Shohei Ohtani leaves his start for the Dodgers with cramps. Very, very hot in the eastern part of the United States. Should we be worried at all because of that.
Bro, take a Midol, take a nap, and come back and pitch tomorrow. Like, give me a break. Cramps. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, honestly, it happens. Hydrate, grab some water, take a Midol, take a nap. We'll see you tomorrow. I mean, look, at the end of the day, if Ohtani keeps hitting bombs, it's not going to matter, right?
That's true.
They need his arm, right? Like because they're starting pitching and their bullpen is in shambles. It's not great, but for the most part, their lineup should be able to carry them through. It's one of the few lineups you'd think that would be able to navigate a postseason even against elite level pitching and still win games.
Yeah, that's a good point. DG, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm curious if he's going to, respond, I guess, in 2 days and come back and be a hitter. But also, like, if you look at the Dodgers, are they going to bring him back off 5 days rest for having a limited outing? Like, how are they going to set themselves up? I really do think that he will be fine. I understand the heat wave is strong right now, but the weather should be cooling today. So maybe Shohei will be okay.
Peyton, this is your boy.
Not my boy. My God, Angels got rid of him. God, I hope he stinks now. But no, he still hits bombs, so it kind of stinks. But no, yeah. Zeno was telling me, saying just now, he hits bombs. As long as he does that, he's fine. Dodgers are completely fine. Padres, they're not doing anything right now. They kind of stink right now, honestly. And Diamondbacks are not threatening whatsoever. So, yeah, the Dodgers offensively will get through anything they need to. And then Tyler Glasnow's back, so.
There you go. Raphael, you got about 20 seconds.
Let's see. 4 strikeouts and cramps. Boy, he has a bad 2 days.
Oh, my God. If we just take that soundbite and just post that, it could be talking about anything. Literally anything. Raphael, always coming through. All right, gentlemen, well freaking done. By the way, my assistant just texted me, and I can't text her back to ask what I want for lunch. They will be delivering it to my room.
Oh, I know what to pick.
It's just how I roll. Just how I roll. We're back live in 5 seconds. Oh. Welcome back, everybody. Coach and company. I'm feeling good today. Busy day. 4 different shows coming out of BTT Universe today. We absolutely love it, and we love it because you guys have made us love it. So thank you very much. Now, before we get into one word, I need to see my boy Raphael, because some people, Rafi, may not look at this as the beginning of the NFL season. We do. You put uniforms on, you put helmets on, we're paying attention. From a betting perspective, what are we looking at tonight?
The total is really weird that you can get 3 numbers right now: 34, 33.5, and 32.5. DraftKings has 32.5. Most books have 34. That just tells me some books have limits of 2,000 on this game. Some books have limits of 1,000 on this game. That just tells you what your book is limiting on a Hall of Fame game. Keep an eye out for more Detroit money. It was -2 all day yesterday. Numbers coming down 1.5. We could see a pick 'em by kickoff.
Do you think that because Dan Campbell's the head coach that people are thinking that the Lions will take this serious for 60 minutes?
I think they're betting the over because the last 3 Hall of Fame games have all gone over the total. So I think people are just seeing that trend. And not one Hall of Fame game, the winner has not scored over 30 points.
Wow. I think the word degenerate would be appropriate if you're betting the total on the Hall of Fame game or parlaying the Hall of Fame game.
Parlays will be coming in on CFL and the Hall of Fame game all day long.
All right. Coming up in about 50 minutes, Rafi will have the latest line movement on our PFL event, which is at the legendary Boardwalk Hall tomorrow night live on ESPN. But right now, a very special, soupy enthused, simple NFL one word. Oh, look who we have. I love that music. Makes me feel so good. Makes it feel so good. Just like Trey Hendrickson. Number 1 topic today. Have the Bengals won the standoff? Trey Hendrickson, who has the best numbers the last 2 seasons for any defensive lineman, he has said for 5 months, Zeno, that I'm not coming back. I want a new deal. I want to get it done. But he is now reported to camp. Word is they could get a deal done as soon as today. One word on, have the Bengals won in this situation?
The word is Marshawn, as in Lynch. I'm just here so I won't get fined. That's what this is for Trey Hendrickson. It's not anything that's going to change the dynamics of the situation. I don't know that a deal gets done because they only want to give him 1 year of guaranteed money, and that ain't good for a guy who is number 1 in sacks over the last 2 years, number 3 in sacks over the last 3 years, the guy who led the league in sacks last year. And this just in, Coach, the Bengals defense stunk last year. You can't afford not to have this guy in the lineup if you have any hopes at being a playoff team. But this is the Bengals, and this is the way they do their front office. It's kind of like how my accountant does his taxes. Really poorly, but just good enough to pass the smell test.
Because I love this guy, saying and doing all the right things, like a leader of the locker room. He was the first guy in the building. He was in all the team meetings. He spent a lot of time with Shamar Stewart, their first-round pick. He says he wants to get the deal done, and Bengals president Mike Brown also says he wants it done. And Mike Brown also acknowledged Hendrickson deserves a raise from the $16 million that he's getting. And yeah, I think so. He had half their team sacks last year, but most importantly, this is my 4th Trey Hendrickson take in a week. And, Coach, I love this stuff more than anybody. But come on, let's get this deal done already, please.
My one word is injury, because you often see these guys who hold out that end up coming back and they get injured to start the season. And so because of that, maybe he's coming back a little early to get some work on the side just to make sure his body is right and getting back into NFL game shape. And so because of that, this could be to hopefully pass off some injury potential to start the season.
Coach.
My one word is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he plays for the Bengals.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate he doesn't have a owner and a president that understands his value and the fact that the Bengals have been the Bengals forever because of crap like this. This is a good dude. He's a married guy. He just wants to be a part of the team. He's not even trying to break the bank. Just give him something that is fair. That's all he wants. So it's unfortunate. All right, topic number 2. We stay in the AFC North. This one's kind of funny because when you have an owner that doesn't have a clue and has never been around sports, he'll say a lot of stupid stuff. And Browns owner, Mr. Haslam, went on camera a couple days ago and said, basically, I wasn't in on Shedeur Sanders. I wasn't involved. I trust them, basically saying I didn't want him. Zeno, one word on the Browns owner stepping in it again.
Smart. I mean, look, if the less an owner like him gets involved in football decisions, the better off the team probably is. There are way too many owners who need to give their approval on things. I would say, look, it's not a good look that he's like, hey, I had no idea what they were doing. But in the same respect, he shouldn't be making that decision. Go set up another gas station somewhere and, finish paying off Deshaun Watson. Let the football people do the football things.
Peculiar. You're the owner and you don't care where your money's going. This statement from Jim Haslam it's not believable because there's no way he was not a part of this. But guys, let's be real for a minute, because all he's saying is if Shedeur stinks, it wasn't me. That's on Andrew Berry, the GM. But that's what's even more peculiar is that you take Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round after you took Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. You re-signed 40-year-old Joe Flacco and brought in Kenny Pickett, who is now on his 3rd team in 2 years. Is everyone going to be able to fit on the same flight? I mean, what are we doing?
Hey, he clearly doesn't care where his money's going. He's paying Deshaun Watson not to play football.
Yep.
That is true. DG, go.
I'm going to go with my one word as cut. This just screams that they're going to cut Shedeur Sanders because, honestly, just as Peyton just talked about, he is the 4th quarterback on the depth chart. They're already paying Deshaun Watson as their future quarterback in a sense. And so because of that, I think that the owner's kind of getting out front of this and saying, I didn't want him. I'm going to be the one that makes the call to get rid of him, and we cut him after training camp. And so because of that, I think this dude is going to be cut.
My one word is crazy. And I'm talking about Zeno and DG. What are we talking? This is going to be the starter in week number 1 for the Cleveland Browns. Cut him. He's the best quarterback they have.
That's aggressive.
I hope nobody heard me say that.
Yeah, that's aggressive.
Very good. All right, topic number 3. And this one, guys, is very, very serious. This one goes all the way back to when we were just kids, 3, 4 years old. We all go to the YMCA or the local pool, and we learn how to swim to save our lives potentially. Well, yesterday, the Ravens, or the day before, had a player who posted that 1 out of every 3 Ravens players cannot swim. So Michael Phelps, the legendary multi-time gold medal winner, the record holder in the Olympics, is a huge Ravens fan. So the video said, hey, we need Michael Phelps to help us learn how to swim. And Michael Phelps says, I got you. One word, Mr. Zeno, on the Ravens learning how to swim, not from the YMCA, but from the legend himself.
Overqualified. I mean, this is the equivalent of Nolan Ryan teaching Little League. The equivalent of a rocket scientist, doing your seventh grade science project. Like that, listen, do what my parents did. You want to learn how to swim? They picked me up, threw me in the pool, and said, figure it out. Okay? If you made it back to the side, you could figure out how to swim. There you go.
That doesn't surprise me with you. That does not surprise me with you. Peyton, go.
Cringy. Have you guys seen this video? This is an incredibly cringy video. What are these guys doing? Marlon Humphrey and Ronnie Stanley. Do you guys really have that much free time? And shouldn't Kyle Hamilton be spending a little more time learning how not to get burned in playoff games? It looks like a few teenage girls got together and made a bad TikTok. But of course, Ronnie Stanley can't swim. He's 6'6", 310 pounds. It's like teaching a 2-bedroom condo how to swim. It's impossible. But if they're serious about this, hometown hero Michael Phelps, best swimmer in the world, Baltimore native. They couldn't ask for a better guy, but man, that was a cringy video to watch as a Ravens fan.
Hey, if you're 6'6" and don't know how to swim, just stay in 5 feet of water. Everything's peachy.
DG, go.
So Peyton stole my word of cringy because I was going to say cringe. So I'll go with basic because who makes a TikTok asking a grown man, being a grown man, if you can teach me to swim? What are we doing with the TikToks? And I know I'm old man yelling at the cloud right now, but my God, these dudes literally made a TikTok video asking a grown man to help them swim. It is complete cringe.
My one word is hobby, as in Michael Phelps, get one. That is not golf. That is not paying attention to TikTok. That is not doing social media. This guy, all he's done since he retired is try to play on the PGA Tour, work with the PGA Tour, make money with appearances, which we all would love to do that. But my God, I want to see the video of them in the pool at the local park, all 80 players with Michael Phelps jumping up and down. All right, gentlemen, this one's got to be about 20, 25 seconds is all the time we have. Topic number 4. Stephen Jones making news again. The VP down there in Cowboys land, Michael Parsons, he still isn't in camp. He's still not practicing anyway. Zeno, one word on Stephen Jones saying, hey, we don't delay deals. That's not what we do around here.
It's just media scrum. That's all. They just want headlines. That's it. That's all they care about. They're not doing this for anything else other than to be in front of a microphone and keep people talking about the Cowboys.
My one word is really, Steven? Because that's exactly what you're doing. You're holding the deal out. CeeDee Lamb, you didn't sign till late August. You had to franchise tag Dak Prescott not once but twice before he got the contract he deserved. And when I say deserved, that depends on who you talk to. But I think about the money Myles Garrett and Max Crosby just got. They're going to have to pay this guy a lot of money. The defensive end position's only getting more expensive the longer Dallas delays this deal.
My one word is 100. As in, Stephen Jones is keeping it 100. I think that he is a guy who is a good business dude, and he's honestly the one that's negotiating these deals and saying, hey, we aren't delaying this. We're just not going to pay the dude what he wants because we're in a business. And so we're going to hold out as long as possible, and that is leading up past training camp to the season before you actually give the guy the contract that is close enough to what he wants.
Yeah, my one word is typical. It's typical Cowboys. We're talking 28 years going on 29 with nothing going on in Dallas except their market value going up and up and up and up. Mike is going to get his money. It just will probably be before the first game. He's not going to have any training camp, and he'll pull his hamstring in game number 2, and he'll be out until week number 9. That's what's going to happen because they don't take care of their players until they absolutely have to. Gentlemen, well done. Either I'm short on sleep or you guys are really, really funny today. I'm going to go with sleep. All right, still to come on the other side, we got Round the Diamond on our YouTube channel. Also, we're talking Dallas Cowboys, their schedule. Is it hard? Is it easy? My guys weigh in. This is Coach and Company, the one and only, right here on Stadia.
Around the Diamond. Mark, from JTS, where are we going, man?
We're going to start with a team-specific no-run first inning at -103, and we're going to target 2 of the worst first inning teams in the league right now. We're going to start with the Tampa Bay Rays. They're in New York. Listen, the Rays are horrible. They're hitting the no-run first inning at an 82% rate when they're on the road. They're 41-9 this season. They've cashed the Nerfy for us in 7 of the last 10 games. And yes, they're facing Marcus Stroman. But what's keeping me off the full inning, no-run first inning play here is the fact that the Yankees are warming up in the first inning. So this is a great way to target a Tampa Bay team and take advantage of that. We're going to pair that with Cincinnati. They're facing Carlos Carrasco. And yes, he just got DFA'd by the Yankees, signed with Atlanta. He did start 6 games this season for New York. He was a perfect 6-0, no-run first inning. So even at 38 years old, he was automatic in the first inning. I like this spot for him there. Then we're going to go with the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line. And I know that we just said, hey, we're going to target them for team-specific Nerfy. That has nothing to do with Marcus Stroman. It has everything to do with how bad the Rays have been offensively in the first. After that, Stroman's profile is absolutely horrendous. He enters this with a 6.09 ERA and a 1.59 WHIP. Expect Tampa Bay to get to him after the first inning so that Zeno and I both cash, and we cash this ticket.
And me, I got the over 4.5 on Rays team total. Let's go. Let's go. So no run first inning. Rays go nuts afterwards. Hopefully Stroman pitches well in the first. Mark, CFL projections 24-6 on the money line. Am I looking at this number right?
Oh, absolutely. So we have been absolutely ecstatic with the way that the model's been performing in the CFL. In fact, all 4 of the games that are happening this week, we have 1 today, 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. All 4 of those projections will be up on juststatsports.com later on this morning.
Wow, that is extremely impressive, Mark. Just another day, right, for JTS? Just another day. We call that Thursday.
Thursday.
We call it Thursday. Love it, Mark. All right, well, thank you. You can catch us right here Tuesdays and Thursdays. Scan the QR code right there. It'll take you right to the site. We'll be right back on Stadium.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Coach and Company. I'm the coach. We are past the bottom of the hour. If you're watching us live right now on Stadium or YouTube or social media, we thank you so very much. It is 10:32 in the East as I am outside of the friendly confines in my gorgeous suite here at an undisclosed Atlantic City hotel. 7:32 in the West, where the friendly confines always are normally. Also, busy day at the brand today. We've got a very special Coach and Bro at noon Eastern time, Off the Ropes, channel 156 on Sirius XM at 2 to 4 Eastern time. And then our PFL weigh-in show tonight, PFL World Tournament night number 1 is tomorrow. We'll have the weigh-in show on ESPN Plus tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Speaking of that, Rafael, I got to see my guy. Because PFL, there's a lot of betting going on. We've got a lot of momentum going on right now. Thad Gene, Logan Storley, they're our main event. Anything moving right now at the PFL?
Yes, the main event, because it's all about Thad Gene. He opened up at minus 170, and now some shops have it at minus 235, especially at FanDuel, 235. I think this one goes all the way up to minus 250. Now, remember, Coach, a couple months ago, I put up futures who was going to win this division, and I had Storley at plus 250. So if I was a book, you'll be sitting pretty because he was one of the biggest heavy bets for that future. So you'll be sitting nice on this one, but I think the favorite takes this W.
It is such a change of, personalities that Gene has to deal with. Remember last time in the semifinals, he was facing Jason Jackson, and he won a split decision. Jason Jackson, big name, Bellator champion, all of that. It was a big favorite there. Logan Storley, I met with both of those guys yesterday for part of Coach's Conversations, of course. And Logan Storley, he's very, very subtle. And then you see Thad Gene right there. This is on the boardwalk. Do you see the sign, Raphael, behind me? There was a funnel cake place, and you'll see it on ESPN. We actually got a funnel cake, and they said, would you like us to put the strawberry and cheesecake on it? And I said, well, I'm on this whole fitness journey, so of course I want you to put the strawberry cheesecake and strawberries on it. But that Gene could not eat any of the funnel cake. He's on a weight loss, so he has to weigh in today. But that kid right there, I'm telling you, Raphael, and I know you love him, he's going to be a huge star.
Yeah, he wins this match because of his defense, his grappling defense. And if he does that well, he'll have his arm raised at the end of the fight.
I think so, too. big time main event. And by the way, he wasn't even supposed to be in this world tournament. He got in when somebody else had to drop out. Now he has a chance to win $500,000 Friday night live on ESPN. Raphael, as always, thank you very much. All right, I got to see my guys today. As you guys know, we started last Monday looking at 5 of the biggest teams from the AFC and the NFC and their schedules. Then coming up next week, we'll start looking at all 32 teams leading up to Philadelphia and Dallas on September 4th, Thursday night number 1. But speaking of the Cowboys, their schedule today, when we look at it, obviously, DG, I'll start with you. They're starting Thursday night in Philadelphia. People are always interested, and it always seems like they get a lot of primetime games, whether it's Thursday, Sunday, Monday. These are 5 of their biggest games. And when you look at it in the first 5 weeks, these 2 playoff teams, it's not necessarily an easy schedule for the Cowboys this year.
The Cowboys are hurt by injuries just a little right now, and I would say that they need to get off to a decent start to get the season going because the last half of their schedule is very tough. But if you look at this first game, it's a rivalry game. It is +7. The last time the Cowboys hosted or played against a Super Bowl winner from the previous year, that was the Giants, and they won that game. The last 2 Super Bowl champions have lost on opening night. So I look for the Cowboys to get a potential big upset in the first game of the season.
I always say, Zeno, when you have the defending Super Bowl champion and they get that Thursday night game, there's always the pomp and circumstance that goes around the game, and it throws off. It's kind of like playing the Super Bowl in the first game. Your whole normal schedule is off. Do you like DG, that +7, given the fact that the Eagles will have all that celebration before the game?
I want to open mouth kiss that +7 at this point in time. That is ridiculous for a division game. That's ridiculous for the fact that, what's good. Look, I even like the Cowboys more in the first half because you know what Philadelphia is going to be doing 20 minutes prior to kickoff? They're going to be in the locker room. They're going to be setting up. They're going to be standing in a spot. They got to be here for the flag banner raising. They got to stand here. They got to get rings. They got to do all this stuff. You know what the Cowboys are doing? Locked in. Football, football, football. So there is always this letdown, emotional letdown, because of all the pomp and circumstance pregame and the standing up and applauding nonstop of the fans and everything else and everybody going bonkers. The other teams in the locker room, they are locked in on football and football alone. It's really hard to get your emotions to swing back and forth. Yeah, I mean, if that hits 7.5, I'll put Peyton's tuition on that game.
Let's go over to Peyton, who obviously goes to TCU. You will go to school in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and thank God your dad's paying your tuition and not Zeno. But you always feel this vibe. I can always come to you to tell me what's going on locally. And locally, the story right now is the Micah Parsons situation and Jerry Jones being out front when they don't need to be. But when it comes to the field, I think DG and Zeno are onto something. I love this number. I don't feel like it's going to go down. So it's only going to go up. What do you think, Peyton?
I mean, yeah, Micah Parsons made the Pro Bowl every year. First team All-Pro rookie season. Now you're just disrespecting him. But they do get George Pickens and CD there now. So you really got to hope Dak Prescott has a good season, meaning a healthy one. Because last year you had to bring in Cooper Rush, and it was either A or B. Quick slant or draw play with Rico Dowdle. And let me just say, people living in Dallas were not happy about 2 plays. So I don't know, just seeing the guys or seeing how it was locally there. I'm serving pizzas at a restaurant, and there's always a Cowboys game going on, and I'm bringing out the pizza. The guys are watching the game. Cowboys are getting crushed. And I mean, no one's.
It kills your tips. It kills your tips.
The vibe is it's terrible. It's terrible.
We need to help Peyton with his tips. Now let's look at that Green Bay game, DG, because a couple of years ago, in a playoff game, everything. Oh, this is the Cowboys' year. Green Bay comes in with a young Jordan Love and laid the wood. And now week 4, they have to play him this year. And the Packers, I think, are only getting better.
Yeah, the Packers are really good. And honestly, this is the game that really scares me more. Like, I would probably flip these two with the lines with the Eagles and the Packers, because even though the Cowboys are at home, I get it. But my God, the Packers somehow find a way to beat the Cowboys anytime and every time they play. And so because of that, I love the Packers here, whether it's +1.5, +2.5. I would even go up that far to a 3 number, but I do like the Packers in that week 4 matchup for sure.
The reason we're looking at these schedules, and great takes by all of you today, is because sometimes, it's not even about how good a team is. It's how lucky can they be as the rotation of the divisions and being a first place scheduled team. That matters, which is why you don't see a lot of repeat champions in the NFL. And playing the NFC North and playing each team in the NFC East, that's a hard road to hoe for anybody.
Yeah, but I mean, look, the Cowboys' schedule sets up mildly favorably here. The way you look at it. The bad part here is that they've got 5 of their first 8 games on the road, and in there they have one back-to-back road games are always tough. They have one back-to-back road set, but it's to the Jets, and then they get a Carolina team who's, at this point looks on paper conceivably weaker than they are. But again, so the softer part of the schedule looks to be in the beginning part of the year, but a lot of those games are on the road, whereas they're more back end heavy in home games against tougher teams. But this is a Cowboys team right now that if Dak is healthy, they'll win 9 games. I mean, if Dak plays all 17 games, they'll win 9 of them because he's the quarterback. How everything else shakes out really is kind of up to where the chips fall.
And we know the NFL, Peyton, wants Dak to be healthy, because when you have a Cooper Rush-led team, when you give them so many primetime games, and they've started doing the whole play on Thanksgiving, then they'll schedule them for the next Thursday as well, which is kind of a cool thing in the schedule. But players never get used to that. So right now, as Zeno said, with the back end, they better go into it at least a game or two above 500. Then maybe they could be in the mix as we get to week 17.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, Cooper Rush. Now it would be one-hit wonder Joe Milton the third if that was if Dak goes down. That wouldn't go well. So and also I agree with DG when he said almost weeks 1 and 2 should almost entirely be flipped. +7 is crazy, and I really do like the Packers to dominate week 2. And in week 1, that's just going to be a lot closer of a game. I agree with Zeno on the fact the Eagles are going to be a little too distracted from football activities and more of off the field festivities, I should say. But yeah, Green Bay in week 2 is what I'm targeting for sure when I see all 5 of these games.
All right, we got about 90 seconds, and the one game we haven't even talked about, DG, so everybody take about 30, is the Kansas City Chiefs, who I think are going to be much improved. So right now they're getting 5.5 against Kansas City. What do we think about that number?
Yeah, that number is honestly accurate for me. I think that Kansas City is the better team just overall. But Coach, something else I want to hit on is there's 4 of these 5 games that we had on that graphic are all Thursday night games. The Cowboys open on Thursday, then they play on Thanksgiving Day against the Chiefs on that Thursday. Then they followed up the Lions on a Thursday. And then that's Christmas Day game against Washington Commanders on a Thursday. Weeks 1, 13, 14, and 17 are all Thursday games. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be a different schedule than normal because you're playing so many Thursday games.
Zeno.
I mean, yes and no. Look, I think what's more tough about the Thanksgiving game is they get Philadelphia the week before. Then they got a short rest and turn around and play Kansas City. It's not a fair spot, from that standpoint. But, the Christmas game, at that point, it's so hard to forecast who's going to be healthy, who's ready, what are the Commanders at that point in time. No one really knows. So I try not to worry too much about how that looks. I mean, and that's why the line is so close, right? I mean, it's a Thursday game at Washington. It's 1.5. Like, it wouldn't shock me if it was flipped the other way 1.5 by the time that game rolls around. It's too far out to really forecast.
Peyton, I got about 20 seconds for you.
Yeah, the only reason I don't like taking the Chiefs or the Cowboys in that 5.5 or the Chiefs in that 5.5 is because when they score Chiefs score a touchdown, Cowboys kick. They never score a touchdown in the end zone or in the red zone, so they kick a 63-yarder with Brandon Aubrey. So 7-3, 4-point difference.
I have no idea what you just said right there. Literally no idea. All right, still to come here on the show on the other side. Gilbert Arenas, is he making sense? Did you see the video? Did you see the charges? Charges, not Chargers. This is Coach and Company having a great time, as always, live right here on Stadium. All right, welcome back. We continue on our YouTube page. The trade deadline tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And can we give a shout out, DG, to our girl Kimberly in the chat, who's giving more knowledge on the trade deadline than this entire show. We talked about Suarez not coming back. There is some movement and some potential movement later on today that we got to keep our eye on weekday wagers. Will you guys be hitting on that?
Coach, we are hitting on it. We're going to discuss a lot of the big names of the trades. I'm looking for Zach Gallen to potentially get traded today from the Diamondbacks because they're trading everybody else at this point. But also your favorite movie, Coach, Happy Gilmore 2. We're going to have a little TV timeout to shed some light and some fun on that movie.
I cannot believe the venom I've been getting from my take on Happy Gilmore 2. And yesterday, Jordan Spieth put out a tweet going, hey, it was absolute pure comedy gold. Yeah, maybe your scene was. Has anybody else seen it?
I have.
Right now.
I thought it stunk.
Zeno, thank you. I said, movie-wise, the worst movie I've ever seen. The cameos were the best part. Do you agree?
The golfers who were actual golfers deadpanning lines, that part was funny. Don't tell me the same joke 30 years later. Hey, here, pull my finger. I know how that ends. You laughed once. Come up with some new material, please.
Last night at the bar here at our hotel, like in the lobby, we got into an argument over this, like a legit argument over this. And I said, you can't tell me that Becky Lynch trying to make a putt on an ice rink made any sense whatsoever, or that you clip a tendon in your hip. And if you haven't seen it, I don't care. And all of a sudden you can hit a golf ball 500 yards. It made no sense, Peyton.
No, I did not like the movie. I just did not. But I did like the what was it? That's what she said lines. Those were so good.
That was great. That was the golfers though. Like Xander said, that was Xander. That was Xander. I got to fork up my ass. Ricky Fowler. That's what she said. That was funny.
Scotty,
that was funny.
Oh, not again when he's getting taken.
That was great too. That was great too.
God, y'all are old and boring.
Oh man, I thought Scheffler was the best one in it. I really did. And then being in prison is awesome. We're back live in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back, everybody. Coach and company having a really good day. The Wi-Fi is holding up. It's a beautiful day outside. Right to my left is the iconic, famous Atlantic City Boardwalk. Just a few feet down is Boardwalk Hall. We'll be tonight for our weigh-in show on ESPN Plus and also our big PFL event tomorrow night live. Main card, 9 Eastern on ESPN right after the Savannah Bananas. But a person who will not be there, DG, is Gilbert Arenas. And Gilbert Arenas got arrested yesterday for something that he got in trouble for years and years ago. This one, I don't know if it's more serious than the gun stuff, but he got arrested for running an illegal poker room in his mansion. And basically, he didn't really have anything to do with it. His assistant set it up for all these Russian dudes, and they had valets and security and all this kind of stuff. Then he posted a video coming out of the courthouse saying, they can't hold me. They can't hold me. What did you make of the story? And it potentially could be years in jail. I doubt it'll go there, but he did get arrested.
Yeah, he got arrested because of his involvement, right? He said that he was the guy who rented out the house. Well, let it just be known, he knew what was happening. He knew what was going on, just in all honesty. But what you have is a fall man, and that's what he got. He allowed himself to find a fall man just in case anything did go south, and that's what he landed on.
At least somebody's listening to Chris Carter all these years. It was Chris Carter, right? That said you need to have a fall guy? Yep. Yeah, I worked with him. Never again. Zeno, let me come over to you. Because Gilbert Arenas, I've never seen somebody get arrested and then dance down the steps of the courthouse right after they get out on bail.
Yeah, you should have seen the movie Molly's Game. And Molly Bloom.
It's a good movie, by the way.
It's an excellent movie. And Jessica Chastain is amazing in it.
Yes.
Look, the only thing that really made this thing illegal was that they took a percentage of the pot, right? Like by definition of the law, that's the only thing that really made this illegal. I don't know how the girls and, performing favors for the guys who are playing plays into this whole thing. That sounds kind of bad, but those weren't the charges. The charges were running an illegal gambling ring. And Arenas actually may be able to weasel himself out of this if he personally didn't take any of the cut. If all he did was charge rent to the guy who did this, there's probably some loophole that he can get his way out of it on this.
It was kind of interesting to read the guy who had to write this article at ESPN.com because he had to write companionship.
Right,
As
companionship
you
or
just
something.
danced around,
Yeah.
companionship is what they are. Peyton, Zeno's right. If you just have a home game, you're good.
You're good.
This was far from a home game, though, because of the rake.
Yeah, this was next level. Next level home game, I guess, if you could say. But no, it was the video for me of him walking down the steps. I don't know who was recording it, but when he was like, "Oh, I'm out," whoever was recording it might have been his wife. But honey, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that at all.
Coach, you know what's going to be interesting is finding out
What's that?
who played in this game. Because you know what millionaires do? Hang around other millionaires. You know what professional athletes do? Hang around other professional athletes. Somebody is going to get outed for being in that game that doesn't want to be outed for being in that game.
Let me see Raphael real quick along those same lines. Rafi, you've worked in this industry for a really, really, really long time. And when you see a situation like this, are my guys right or are they a little bit off?
They're 100% correct because this happens in casino hotel rooms every weekend. And it could be someone else's room. Whoever rented that room, I didn't know what those guys were doing in that suite. So every weekend it's happening in probably in Atlantic City this weekend, someone's room.
Have you guys seen the show Poker Face on Peacock? It won like an Emmy.
Yeah.
The very first 2 episodes were exactly this. They were trying to set up cameras in the hotel room to keep running the thing. Yeah. All right. If you guys weren't here at the top of the hour, don't even worry about it. We got you covered. We're going to have a great day. We've got a ton of best bets, and we got to get to them because we only have a few minutes left in the show. So it's time to lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or less, 1 or 2 nuggets is all I need, guys. Young Peyton, you're at the top of the graphic. You go first.
We're going to take the Rays to cover or to go over 4.5 at plus 110, and the Reds to cover the run line with Andrew Abbott on the mound at home, where he has an ERA of just 1.93.
DG, talk to me.
Let's go with Giancarlo Stanton, 2+ Ks at plus 125. This is an early day baseball start, so go ahead and get this in. But he's had this in 5 straight games, so why not today? And then we're going to go with Andrew Abbott, 2+ walks, plus 115. He's had 2+ walks in 7 of his last 10 home starts today.
I am so disappointed in you. It's Giancarlo. Say it right, DG. Say it right. Now, Big Chuck, Mackin, and Anderlecht. Let's go over 2.75 minus 120. A lot of Europa League qualifiers and Champion League qualifiers means a lot of teams that don't know each other, which usually means a lot of goals. Raphael, one big play. Go.
CFL Week 9, give me Ottawa Redblacks team total under 26.5. Their offense sucks.
Point blank. Zeno, talk to me.
Rays, Yankees, Nerfy, no run first inning. Ryan Pepio started for the Rays on the road this year. Held the opponent off the board in 8 of 9 road starts. Marcus Stroman will only be good for 1 inning. It'll be the first inning. Reds first 5. I'll lay the half run. Why? Because the Braves are like my college career. Can't score when they don't have Ronald Acuna in the lineup. So let's tell you the half run on the first 5.
You sure you're not talking about Marky Model over there,
No,
Zeno?
Mark, he is wearing a sweatshirt.
Well, actually, I have a little synergy with Zeno. I'm hoping to get just 1 good inning out of Stroman, and that's the first to hold Tampa Bay at bay. We're going to go Tampa Bay and Cincinnati, a team-specific no-run first inning at minus 103. I do like the total first inning. I just don't trust New York enough the way that Zeno does. Cincinnati is facing Carlos Carrasco, 6-0, Nerfy when he was in the big leagues earlier this season. And then we're going to go Tampa Bay's Rays money line at minus 102. Again, with Stroman, the wheels come off after the first inning. Expect Tampa Bay to light them up.
And our JTS play of the day is?
We're going to go with Washington Mystics Kiki Iriorfan to get at least 15 points and rebounds, something she's done in 14 of her last 15 home games. We're going to pair that with Tampa Bay's Taylor Walls to get just 1 hit, something he's done in 12 of his last 14 road games. You're going to put them both together for a plus 106. Just Stat Sports play of the day.
Okay, apparently we can't read numbers.
Oh.
Scan the QR code. Use our code BTT30, and you will get 30 days for free the entire month of August. Real quick,
Plus
on the
105.
show, we're all, Raphael, do we have inside info today or no inside info?
Yes, we do. The Texas Rangers have dropped 7 out of 8 Kumar Rocker's road starts. Kumar Rocker's ERA on the road this year is 10.57.
Hey, Mark, do we know what a 5 is, or do we know what a 6 is?
I know what a 5 is, and I know what a 6 is.
Ask Zeno.
Yeah, that's Zeno.
Zeno, this is I put you in charge of him. Literally, Mark is now your responsibility.
Oh, gee, how did I get settled with that whole
You're welcome.
contract?
You're welcome.
I mean, you guys going off the reservation, making up bets, both teams, random teams, first inning runs. He's wearing a Chargers sweater. Who are you?
Your problem now, apparently.
I will say, to Zeno's point, I've never seen I refuse to say it. Both of you are on my list.
I know.
No run first inning, but at least you acknowledged it, Zeno. At least Mark doesn't even acknowledge it. But I've never seen them parlayed together.
Yeah,
never seen that.
You just pick any team you want. I mean, what are we doing here?
Is this actual? Where can you make this bet at? I know.
You can do it at DraftKings. You can do it at DraftKings or BetMGM. The team specific. It's a great way to target.
Hey! Don't get hot. We're just asking questions. Just asking
a little
questions.
accusatory. A little accusatory.
Producer man. Shut him up. Give me that one shot. That's the kind of energy you get every single day right here. Tell all your friends. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight out that window, right down to the boardwalk. For my entire company, damn it, do I love them all. My man Zeno, DG, Young Peyton, Marky Mile, Raphael, my numbers guy, and producer man, always behind the scenes, making the show look like $1 million. We grind for you, so we can win with you. Don't forget, busy day. Check out all of our shows, including this one, which is Coaching Company Live, as always, right here on Stadium. Have a great day.